Just caught MP's first game. What a debut.
You might be wondering what this giant building right in the heart of the city is all about.
This is the NBA arena for your
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Shorter rotation player. Next man up mentality, though. It does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be tough, but they've got to hold strong.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Okogie in at the 3. And for the Hawks, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it took, well, a few fouls. Going with a whole new group out there. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Smith comes in for Okogie. Mann, he's checked in for Miller. And MP subbed in for LaMelo Ball. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5. Half minutes played. And coming into the season, MP was very open about his motivation. He wants to prove he's the best rookie in the class.
Well, you love the extra work MP has been putting in at practice and in the film room. He's talked about how he wants to grow faster, and I can certainly say I'm excited to watch how MP develops.
All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. MP is so excited to be here in the NBA. He's aiming for the top of his rookie class. He told me pregame, growing up in Plainview, I dreamed of playing in this league, so just being here is special. We'll see how he performs. Brian.
Well, Allie, I can't wait to see this kid's career develop. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
What's up?
And you look at the history of the Hawks. They've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first.
I got yours! I got yours!
Changes here.
We need to make something happen. Let's go.
I got you, coach.
They've got Larry Nance, Trae Young out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu, and it's man in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. And the basket by MP.
Yeah, MP capitalizing on being so close to the hoop.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Young. Here's Okongwu. Here's the drive. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
MP no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
LeVert passes to Young. There's the 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
MP against Young. MP to pass the ball. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Ball. Got 7.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Okongwu on the wing man. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The drive by MP. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
Here's Mann. Left side Young. Fires from deep. No good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
MP, the pass to ball. 58 seconds left in the first half of this one. MP finds ball. The rebound by Atlanta. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying?
There's Young with the 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. For Charlotte, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Miller. And here's MP. Guarded by Young. 5 to shoot. From deep, MP. That one's off. And now he's 3 for 6. And here's Mann. There's the triple. Young missing again. And so it's Atlanta cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Look here now at Charlotte. They didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rust, Shaq, and I think the second game will give us some insight.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Hawks.
You have to ask yourself, how much better can they play? Good decision-making, they made shots. That's very impressive, man.
And now the question is, can they maintain that razor-sharp level of focus? Hard to bet against them.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins. Making substitutions here. Atlanta calls timeout.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Atlanta's got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Let's get an update on Grant Williams. What's the latest?
Guys, the head athletic trainer for Charlotte let me know the status. In his analysis, an aggravation of that nagging shoulder tendonitis. Extremely painful. Obviously a terrible way to start the season. The good news, though, plenty of time left to figure things out for them.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And so in the game for the Hornets, it's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Charlotte making some changes. Diabate's checked in for Nurkic. Smith comes in for Miller, and it's Mann in for Ball. It's good from Bridges. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
MP to pass to Smith. Back to MP. There's 45 seconds left in the third. And he gets the bucket. MP's got 8.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the two-man game.
Now here's LeVert. 11 points in the game. Pass to Nance. Back to LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen. The rebound by MP.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Bridges outside. MP left side. Off target at the rim. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Hawks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay?
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Terrence Mann. Karis LeVert is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Gay in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. On the wing, man. He's guarded by Mann. Hits the jump hook.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Here's Matthews. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Matthews passes to Levert. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Barlow's checked in for Gay. And a change for the Hornets. Miller's checked in for Diabate. Well, Brent, when it comes to the Hawks, they've struggled to find consistency on the defensive end.
No, B.A., that's not true. They've been consistently bad on the defensive end. I mean, they've been bottom 10 in defense 6 of the last 7 years. The only exception was the year that they made it to the conference finals. So that's just not going to cut it. You got to play both ends.
Man, the pass to Levert. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Levert's got 9 points now in the second half.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push Levert farther away from the basket than that.
Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. Krejci comes in for Matthews. Nurkic is checked in for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Mann. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
The shot by Levert, no good. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. MP with it, and Capella picks him up defensively. MP, the pass to Bridges. Now Nurkic. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Think about Nurkic, how great it is to see him back on the floor. That horrific leg injury back in March of 2019.
Here's Levert. No good, a bit long that time. The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Ball no good.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Levert goes against Ball. And Ball throws it down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 1:57 left in the fourth. The three is up. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's MP from outside. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Krejci. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Clock at 6. From 11 feet away. That shot is off. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
can't say enough about their performance. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hawks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Zaccharie Risacher.
This was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Van. Nails it from 3.
You gotta give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
MP no good. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just...
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a 7th man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious 4th grader.
Good game, FP. Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
Hey, they're professionals too.
I see we're at the gym, Chris.
We are, Shake, the Gatorade training facility to be specific, in a new location for 2K25, right here next to all this beautiful water.
Okay, I like it. So this is where I go to do my weekly workout?
Yep, work on your body type and get those reps in each week to earn my points and increase your stamina rating. And if you manage a perfect workout,
then you're going to get some extra turbo meter as a bonus.
You got it. Important stuff. Don't sleep on those stamina increases. This is the only place to do it in 2K25. Lots of ways to help out your game here at the Gatorade Training Facility.
shaking, MP.
All right, baby. Let's get down.
Fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of MP. You'll get welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And entirely new group in now.
Need to make
for
something
Charlotte.
happen. Let's go.
Diabate's checked in. Smith comes in for Josh Okogie. Trey Mann, he's checked in for Miller. And it's the chosen one in for Ball. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him. But for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Alec Burks. Anderson is out there with Robinson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Jovic in at center. Pass to Diabate. Smith outside. Shot to stop the run. Good on the triple.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
And a wide open look for Hero. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Diabate. Out to Smith. Pass to the chosen one. Off target with his three.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The kick out to Anderson. Hero from long range. Sinks the three-pointer. Hero's got 9.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's the Miami Heat in command with a 16. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. The league is moving now. Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pull the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And again, the Hornets missing. The Heat leading by 12. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And that one's good.
Wiggins just staying with it, refusing to let the defense get the better of him there.
Here's the chosen one. 11-point game his last outing. Bridges finds Miller. Here's the chosen one. Buries it down low.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Mitchell outside. Back to Hero. Pass to Ware. It's not going to go for it. Great D that time from Nurkic. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. We love hearing what he has to say.
Nurkic, a screen on Mitchell. Out to Smith. Pass to the chosen one. 6 to shoot. Shoots the three. And the three ball is good. The chosen one's got one. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside, Hero. Drops in the layup for two. Hero's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Here's the chosen one. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2.
And now an opportunity to check out the... That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You gotta like what Tyler...
Energy out there, MP.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot. And shooting from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Free throw good, Adebayo. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Clark with the Hornets, they were hit with injuries as hard as any team in the NBA in the 23-24 season.
Kevin, I couldn't agree with you more. It was so unfortunate in that regard. It's not anything you can control, and it made it almost impossible for them to have a productive season because of those injuries.
Pop it forward. It's Miller and Bridges. The chosen one out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
The chosen one's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Bridges outside. 124 left to play in the third. And there it is for him.
You know, we've seen Bridges knock down threes, but I think this is his sweet spot at 15 to 19-foot range.
And here's Miami. They're on a 14-6 run. Mitchell passes to Ware. Pass to Robinson. Into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass. 9 points for Robinson.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
The chosen one's shot is off. The Heat leading by 21. Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Robinson a screen on Bridges. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 points so far. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Bridges. Here's the chosen one. From outside the arc. Robinson pulls it in. Hero with it. Mitchell in the corner. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Miami riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. We've got Hero. Duncan Robinson out there with Anderson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Greg, every year we have the best teammate award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Pass to Jovic. Robinson for 3. Diabate grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's the chosen one. It's hauled in by Hero. Hero's got 7 rebounds in the game. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Miami leading by 22. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Anderson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Pass to the chosen one. Fires from 14. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And it's the Heat with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Andy Miller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Heat also with the sub. Mitchell's checked in. Robinson passes to Hero. Shoots over ball. Miami no good on that time either. Hornets trail by 20. Here's the chosen one. No good there. Good D by Mitchell. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Miami Heat. Outside, Hero. Pass to Mitchell. Watch him. Takes the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's the chosen one. The kick out to Ball. Nailed from 3-point land.
Well, you got to love how quick Ball shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
Pass to Jovic. Outside Robinson. Cranked in off the glass.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give it.
So Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K.
Win some, you lose some. Hit the showers, wash it off. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in? Time to turn the page, MP.
And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the...
Time to change it up. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. So for Toronto right now, they've got Walter. He's out there with Emmanuel Quickley. Chris Boucher out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Mobo in at the power forward spot. Charlotte leading by 1:21 left in the opening quarter. The chosen one, the pass to Bridges. Mobo with the rebound. The Raptors have got 7 of 15 to find the net. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. The chosen one, the pass to Smith. Here's Diabate, covered by Boucher. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Here's Quickley. From down in the low post, it goes. Quickley's got 7 points in the game.
That's a conversion inside by Emmanuel Quickley. Just a quick opportunity finish.
19 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's the chosen one. An easy 2 on the layup.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Now here's Barrett. Quickly outside. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Charlotte on top, up 6. If you're just joining us. Team's changing it up here. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Hornets leading by 13. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's the chosen one in at the point guard position. That's the Hornets 5. For Toronto, they've gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Hurdle finds Barrett. Poke loose. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. 17-point game. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. It's deflected. There's 1:40 left to play in the half. Here's the chosen one. Puts it up from 15. Hurdle grabs a miss. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, BA. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
There's 1:12 left in the first half. Barrett against Ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got 13 points in this quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Ingram against Miller. The shot by Ingram, no good. Hornets leading by 17. Here's the chosen one. A Lewis, he's 2 for 4. Barrett with it, guarded now by Ball. Here's Shed. Sends it home from three-point land. Shed's got 9.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First personal foul. At the line for Charlotte, number 15. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. The Hornets making a switch here. Okogie's checked in. Toronto making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. Raptors trail by 15. Outside Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Quickly. Three-pointer off the mark. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Charlotte on top, up by 15. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Greetings, everyone. Looking at the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
After a while, some guys get comfortable. Now Giannis, he continues to work hard.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Hornets. And that's it for halftime. Thank you.
Just about ready for the second half. Substitutions. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So for Toronto right now, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Walter out there with Emmanuel Quickly, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. Ball outside. Rebound by the Raptors.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league. Not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks. They've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. The 3, Barrett. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barrett's got 10.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Here's the chosen one, guarded by Quickly. Nurkic passes to the chosen one. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Barnes. And it's good. 2 points. He's got 9.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 7. Now Ball. LaMelo working inside.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Outside Barrett. Back to Quickly. Outside Barnes. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Miller's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Here's the chosen one. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Pirtle when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Man comes in for LaMelo Ball. Raptors trail by 12. And here is Barrett. 10 points for him. Boucher a screen on Miller for three. Barrett hits the trifecta. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got...
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, and it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Green. He's out there with Trey Mann. And it's Ball in at the shooting guard position. That's the Hornets 5. Now here's Barrett, tightly guarded. Here's Momo. Off the mark there with a three. Charlotte leading by 9. Pass to Ball. Here's the chosen one. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shines bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
What I like about Chris Boucher is he seems to understand what his team expects from him. They need him to guard, they need him to rebound, and they know how aggressive and assertive he is on the offensive end.
Brandon Miller's check in for Green. The kick out to Ball. Pass to the chosen one. On the wing man. And he lays it up and in. And the Hornets lead by 13.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback. And nice finish by him.
So Toronto ends up going with a new... Charlotte. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're leading by 12. Seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That was just an awful decision. I mean, you have to keep the clock moving. There's no reason to foul it.
Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Here's the chosen one. Pulls it. They get it back. Outside man. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Here's the chosen one. The rebound by Shed. And so the Hornets take the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
right, MP. They can't stop you.